Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you all how we make shepherd pie. It's a nice meal for a Sunday. Firstly, I've got about a liter of water that's already boiling, and I've got a kilo of potatoes that washed and cubed. I'm going to add it into this boiling water. Okay, to go along with the potatoes, I have a teaspoon of rough salt, which will melt in the boiling, and I've got 4 cloves of garlic that's also going to go into the boiling, and I'll allow this to boil till the potatoes are soft. Okay, now for the cooking of the mince. I've got here 500 grams of mince that was rinsed out. And then for the braising, I have a small onions, a teaspoon of ginger garlic, and then to add in a little bit of spice, I have a mixed chopped spice with the 1 teaspoon of barbecue spice, 1 teaspoon of mixed herbs, and 1 teaspoon of fine salt. And thereafter, I have 2 tablespoons of tomato puree with a tablespoon of Mrs Balls Chutney. And then in this, I have a teaspoon of veg stock that with a cup of boiling water mixed in, and a splash of fresh ground black pepper, and a splash of olive oil to braise. And lastly, I've got 1 cup of mixed frozen veg. Okay, my potatoes are actually boiled, and I'm going to just show you all after I show you all how I do the mince first. And we'll do a good splash of olive oil. I add in my onions. Let the oil get a little more hot. Okay, firstly I'll allow these onions to fry out. Okay, my onions are done. And add in my ginger garlic. I'll mix it. This will fry out. And thereafter I'm going to add in my mince. I'll quickly go wash my hand. Now I'll decrease my heat, because the reason being I'll allow this mince to actually fry out. Okay, I've got my potatoes boiled, and I'm ready to mash my potatoes for topping of the shepherd pie. This is what we'll need: a tablespoon of all-purpose margarine, half a cup of milk, and a dash of black pepper, and some spring onions. Okay, I also got a cup of grated cheese that's going to go on top of the mash. I will show you all in the later state. My margarine. My milk. Okay, now I am making my mash. I mash all these ingredients together. Smash it up very smooth. Okay, you can see I mashed my potatoes to a smooth finish. And thereafter I'm going to add in my spring onion and mix it in. Okay, this is the finished look of our mash, of which we're going to spread upon the mince. Okay, now our mince is fried out and the excess of the fat from the mince is fried out. Now I'm going to add in my mixed veg. Stir it well. Along with the mixed veg, I'm going to add in all my spice, because we're going to actually leave the mixed veg to actually be a little bit crunchy. So this is the mixed spices that I have. That's the chopped spice, the barbecue spice, the mixed herbs, and the salt. I'll allow this to fry out for a few seconds. Okay, I've broke up all the lumps that was formed in the mince. You can see it's nicely cooked. Okay, now I'm going to add in my tomato puree together with my Mrs Balls Chutney. Okay, now I'm going to add in my cup of stock. I'll increase my heat and I'll bring this to a boil. Okay, now my mince is done. The gravy is sort of thickened, and we're just going to place it into our baking tray for putting into the oven. Okay, this is the tray that I'm going to use for the oven. I'm going to bring in my mince and drop it in evenly. In fact, I'll spread it evenly. Okay, that's done. Now I'm going to actually set in my mash. And then I'll spread it in evenly. Okay, while I was doing this, I actually preheated my oven to 175 just to allow my cheese to melt out. So this is how it looks after spreading out the mashed potato. And thereafter I have my cup of grated cheese. And I'm ready to put it in the oven. Now I'm going to place this in my oven just for the cheese to melt and it bubbles up nicely. then it's complete. Okay, 20 minutes has passed us, and now I'm ready to take out my shepherd's pie off the oven. Here you go. The shepherd pie is done, and I am ready for the serving. Here you go. Your shepherd pie served with a nice side dish salad. In fact, this is one portion of it. Looking at the dish can serve about 6 people. Thank you very much and enjoy.